Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. We have our 3 piles here for you to choose from, with pile 1 on the left through to pile 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below. This week we are working with the energy of the full moon in Scorpio. So take a moment and feel into which one is drawing you in the most. I will leave a list of my cards that I've used and the crystals that I'm using in the description box as well. You can also find all of my socials, my website to make private bookings if you're interested. And please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you in your reading. Hello group 1, if you chose the new Jade, then this is your reading. This is a beautiful stone for balancing emotions and also encouraging inner wisdom. Actually all of the crystals in all of the groups today are green and align with the heart chakra. So yeah, might be a lot of heart-centered stuff going on for all of the groups this week. And we are working with the full moon in Scorpio. Just tapping into that energy, and so a lot of the things that may come up in this reading will be current to sort of recent past energy, things that have been going on in the recent past. And it's sort of the energy that we're working on will be adding a bit of something to your healing, something that's burning there for your healing. So it'll be something to work on throughout the next 6 months or so. Okay, so let's see what comes through for you, group 1. So we're looking at our recent connections and how are they helping us uncover those burning desires that we have at the moment inside of us. So first out, we've got the 2 of Swords here, and I do feel like there's been some inner conflicts recently where you're going along your path and you're feeling good about the path that you're on, but you keep getting pulled back to something, or you keep getting tugged back in a certain direction, and it's just causing confusion. It doesn't align with you, and you're sort of questioning why you're being pulled in this direction. So there's some resistance there, or there's just you're going along with it just to sort of find out what it's all about. you're not 100% sold on it. You've got questions about it. You're going along with it, but you're sort of questioning it as you go. Okay, and we also have out here the High Priestess. And with this High Priestess here, I'm feeling an energy of, you don't feel like yourself when you're being pulled in that direction. This direction that you're sort of just going along with, it doesn't really align with you, and you're feeling like not yourself at all. And when you sort of do these things or go along with these things, you really feel like out of body, like it's not actually you doing these actions. It feels very, like an out of body experience, like you're not actually in touch with it at all. You're sort of very removed from it. And you do have the Magician card here, so I feel like the message with this is, no matter what direction you're getting pulled in, or even if you don't feel like you're aligning or that you're fitting in with this path that you're on, you do have what it takes in either direction that you go in, and you can handle whatever comes your way. So if you do get sort of pulled along this path, I feel like this automatic kind of rejection, or wanting to escape, or wanting to get away from it, or wanting, like almost just like shutting off from it, and not being open to it. But I'm just hearing, like, don't be afraid of it, whatever it is. You might actually find something new on this path, and it'll be something unexpected, I'm feeling, coming through. So don't be so closed off, because you might miss this opportunity that's coming in for you. Okay. I'm just hearing, a message here of, like, this path that you're being sort of pushed into or led down, and it's feeling kind of foreign to you, but you're actually going to learn some lessons with the connections that you make through this new path, and being pushed in this direction. And I feel like you can learn a lot from the connections that you'll make, if you open yourself up a little bit more throughout this experience. Okay. What do we have next? We have how can I break through my limits, and what are the possibilities when I do so? Okay, so we have the stars, the moon, and the sun coming out here. So with the stars, you've got to I feel like you've got to hand it over to the universe, all of your hopes and dreams, you know, everything that you're wishing for. Like, you can put in all the time and energy and effort, but a lot of the decisions need to be handed over to the universe. Because the universe has it planned out anyway, and they're going to make things happen for you. And you know, you can push hard and you can make things happen, but if they don't align with what the universe already has planned out for you, the universe is just going to change things up anyway. So yeah, it's not to say that don't push for what you want. You can still definitely push for what you want, and you know, listen to the universe and listen to the signs and really tap into your intuition. With the moon here, really tapping into your intuition and picking up on what to push for and when to hold back. Yeah, because I feel like you just need to tune into those vibrations that the universe is putting out there. And like just feeling into when the universe is pushing you and going, yes, come on, this is where you need to shine, and this is where you need to focus your energy. Yeah, so really feeling into that, because I feel like that won't be wasting your energy. Because yeah, if you're trying to make things happen that the universe already has got covered, you're essentially wasting your energy on those things that the universe has already got. So yeah, there are certain things that the universe is really cheering you on and pushing you towards. And it should show up in your life. You should be able to notice how it is manifesting in your life and creating success and abundance in your life. That should really show up with the sun here. You will be able to see the direct results of what you're putting in. Yeah, I feel like it'll just be like you'll instantly see it and get those rewards straight away. Okay, and you'll know that the universe has got certain things because it'll feel easy and you'll just see it flowing in. Okay. So yeah, really the possibilities are endless with you when you just trust in your intuition and leave the rest up to the universe. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at toxic behaviors or things that we can tend to focus on too much that is not helpful. So I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's about too many things coming in and we get caught up on it. So, you know, we're in our lane, we're happily swimming along, and then all of a sudden something else gets thrown in the mix and, you know, we're drowning. So yeah, I'm feeling like just taking things as they come. Like you stay in your lane and you keep swimming along, and as things come in, you sort of just deal with them as you go. Yeah, because I feel like they've been coming in and like really knocking you off track. Yeah, knocking you out of your lane completely, and you go on like a little side quest, or you know, go on a bit of a detour. So yeah, just yeah, taking things as they come and working through them and taking the time to work through them, and not feeling pressured or rushed into trying to tackling things then and there. Okay, and we've also got the Three of Pentacles coming through, so I'm feeling the message with this is, you know, you've already got a lot of great things going on in your life, and I feel like now is the time to just keep pouring everything into those things. Yeah, all of the things that already fill your life up with a lot of joy and comfort and happiness. Just keep pouring your love and energy into those things, because those are the things that really matter in the long run. Okay, and we also have the Four of Pentacles here, so it's really, really a time for, you know, just nurturing what you're building, and, you know, nurturing all those projects in your life, nurturing your home, nurturing yourself, nurturing the people around you, your loved ones, your friends. Yeah, nurturing what's important to you. And yeah, I feel like as long as you've got all those things covered, like paying enough of your energy and attention into all of those things, you've got your basics covered. You've got a good life made for yourself. So yeah, I just feel like the message here is like when you get caught up in other things, like when other things come and sort of take up your headspace, just going back to the basics and focusing on these things that you are building and that are bringing you prosperity in your life. That's going to be, you know, really beneficial for you and more productive for you to be able to focus on those things. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, so we're looking at our enjoyment and how our intense enjoyment of things sometimes take over those like simple pleasures in life. So we've got the Hermit coming through here, so I do feel like an energy of someone who is very go go go, and like their life is very busy, and they like their life to be like that. Like that's how they excel. That's what really motivates them and gives them their kind of sparkle throughout the day. Is like that busyness and being needed and being called upon, or having other people rely on them, things like that. And they like being in the spotlight, I'm hearing, for someone out there. So yeah, I do feel the sense of getting burnt out though, and getting to hitting a wall, sort of thing, and you get to a point where you're like, okay, I need some quiet time, I need some just space to myself, and it takes you a little bit of time to recharge and rejuvenate your batteries. So yeah, I really feel like that's just the chasing the excitement and the hustle and bustle of life, and the polar opposite of then needing to chill out and have some quiet time. But yeah, don't feel guilty for doing that, because it's actually really helpful when you do that. it helps you come back to your surroundings and appreciate your own environment a lot more in those times. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords coming out. So I am feeling an energy of like when, you know, you've got this sparkle and you're sort of on this energy high of, you know, being needed or being wanted or having this attention, like all eyes being on you, and then all of a sudden, like, it's so easy for you to get knocked back down and like end up way back down at rock bottom. And I feel like this message is to do with staying up the top and staying at your prime, and yeah, staying in that moment where you're really happy with yourself and you're, you know, you've got your self-confidence and you're rocking the self-esteem and you're feeling good about yourself. And, you know, I feel like it doesn't take much, or, you know, some toxic words from somebody might be all it takes to knock you right back down, or yeah, just like a hiccup throughout your day, or just like a certain knockback, or like a couple of steps backwards, and, you know, like that's the end basically. Like it just sets you back so many steps, and like it's just rewinding all your progress. Not so much your progress, but just like the happy state that you're in. Like you're feeling so high, and then all of a sudden you're feeling so flat again. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords coming out here too. So I feel like this is really about getting back to your passions and your heart. When this happens, like when you get knocked down, you forget about your passions completely, and you forget about the reason that you first started this in the first place, or the reason that you first fell in love with what you're doing in the first place. So yeah, it's really about not losing that passion and not losing that sparkle and that motivation. Yeah, and maybe just while you're taking that time to recharge and rejuvenate yourself, just allowing yourself to strip things back and decomplicate things, uncomplicate things, and take it back to like the simple things that you enjoy about this, and start from there. Like start from a cheeky, humorous kind of place, bring it back to that, and see how you feel about it then. I feel like that's going to be helpful in uplifting your spirits and getting, you know, little glimmers of hope and motivation back into your life. Okay, so we're looking at consistency here and how that's going to pay off for us. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords coming through here. I'm getting a message of like not running away. Like when things get too hard, work through them. Don't just shut off and turn. Yeah, don't just shut the door and walk the other way. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is you, like when things are getting too hard and too busy, you're just like going the other way. Like, I'm out of here. So I feel like you really need to like face it and go towards it. And even though it feels hectic and uncomfortable to try and deal with and work through, yeah, the best way through it is just to work through it, because you do have what it takes, and you don't have to resort to running away from it anymore. You've learnt better than that, and you've become better than that now. Okay. Okay, so we have the Judgment card coming out here and the Ten of Cups. So I feel like this is all about just listening to your inner truth and really tuning into what your heart desires, because I feel like when you listen to those and when you honor those, you will, things will work out really well for you. Yeah, just really looking into the reasons why you've chosen certain things in your life and why you're doing certain things in your life, and yeah, how it feels for you and why you're doing it. So the purpose, the reasoning behind all the decisions that you've made, and all the little paths that have directed you in this journey, in this new direction, into this thing that you love. Okay. Yeah, and as long as you always go back to that and always align with those things, you will find happiness and peace in your life. Okay. So is there anything further here we need to know about what we are trying to move through and heal here? What is burning away at us? And how to move through it? Okay. Okay, so we have the Hierophant coming out here. With this, I feel like there is a community around you and lots of leaders and strong women around you, and I feel like it's a good time to just be really strengthening your relationships and your connections with these people. Because I feel like you really align with them and they really get you, and vice versa, and you can teach them things, they can teach you things. Okay, and we have here the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. A lot of cups energy here. Alright, so with the King and Queen of Cups, I'm really just getting that energy of nurturing yourself and your family and your loved ones and your friends and your home environment, everything around you. But really putting a lot of care into yourself, and I'm hearing like put the same amount of care into yourself that you give to others. So, you know, you cook nutritious meals for the people that you love, you clean up for the people that you love, you buy new things for the people you love. Like, do all those things for yourself. Like, feed yourself well, you know, prioritize your health and well-being, prioritize meditation, yoga, exercise, going out for a walk, like your hobbies. Prioritize what you enjoy and what you love. Because you already do a lot of that for your family and in your environment and for the people that you love. Okay, so the Knight of Cups as well here we have, I really feel like, it's just a lot of learning and emotional intelligence, growing emotionally, reflecting on how your heart feels and reflecting on how certain situations and people make you feel. And just working through those feelings, because the more that you face these feelings head on, the more practice you're going to get and the more experience you're going to get at working through these challenges. And being able to handle these challenges a lot better. And you'll know, what to do better next time. And you just get better and better as you keep developing and practicing. Okay, let's get in some oracle cards for you. First, you have Dark Side of the Moon, Mystery. Okay. Drawing this card suggests that the way forward is not yet brightly lit, so to speak. There is a mystery surrounding your question. You probably already sense that. It could be that someone isn't being entirely upfront with you. Don't be alarmed. It may simply be that whoever this question involves doesn't yet feel ready to show all of their cards. Or perhaps the situation you're inquiring about hasn't yet fully evolved to its final state. And at this point, it's just impossible to know the answer to your question. The best thing to do is work with what you do know and surrender the need to know everything. On the one hand, it could be that the answer to your question is shrouded in darkness because there's some foul play happening. On the other, it could be that you just don't need to know more. At least not yet. Stay optimistic now rather than focusing on any fears that you have around your situation. Okay. And you also have Do Not Fear the Unknown. The ugly is not always bad and evil, and the beautiful not always good and just. Failure is not predetermined, nor is it a given that others laugh at you if you choose to follow your dreams. It is your fear of the unknown that makes you question and judge. Do not let another's experience be the truth that guides you. Do not allow your fear of an unknown outcome to hold you prisoner. Your own experience could be both different and rewarding. Live. Okay, and you also have Diving. Dig deep and don't give up yet. Just when you think you've reached the end of your tether, you'll get a second wind and a fresh opportunity will emerge. Be like the diver. Sometimes life pushes us way out of our depth so we can discover more about our true capabilities. At other times, we may feel as though we have been treading water for an eternity, just waiting for something to happen or change. Be willing to stretch yourself beyond your current capacity, and the universe will reward you by revealing new and unexpected treasures and gifts. Okay, that is everything I have for you this week, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know how it fit for you in the comments, and I will see you again in another reading. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose this Crysoprase, then this one is your reading. This is a good stone for working with promoting your self-esteem and promoting like a sense of confidence and courageousness within yourself. Okay, so we're working with the full moon in Scorpio energy today. So this is an energy of this is a current energy to recent past energy. So things that have been coming up for you recently in the recent past. And you know, they're things that we're looking at working with throughout the next 6 months. And it's all about healing and, you know, those burning desires within us, and those things that are burning inside of us that need healing and attention. Okay, so looking at our recent connections and what that uncovers about our desires. Okay, so you have coming through here the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like this is in your life at the moment. Got a school like close by, and it's like the evacuation sirens are going off. So I do feel like that may be connected to like the connections that you've had, like they're setting off alarm bells, like, and you've had, you know, some big decisions to make, whether to, you know, stay and work on this connection or to get away from this connection. Okay, and we have the Empress card coming out here as well. So I feel like ultimately you chose you, and you chose the connection with yourself as being the most important one. And now, you know, you're on this path where you just want the best for yourself and your loved ones and your life and your, you know, environment and your home. And that's the main driving factor for you now, moving through this. Okay, and we also have the 5 of Wands coming out here. So I definitely feel like you've been working through a big challenge, someone who's been pushing you a lot, not someone that you've necessarily wanted to fight with, but they've just kind of created this situation that you have no choice but to fight and as best you can and get your way through it. And you know, you don't want to have to go through any kind of measures, any kind of safety measures, but I feel like, yeah, there has been a need to like really protect yourself, have strong boundaries, and block this person out. Not necessarily like energetically, a bit of everything actually, energetically as well as physically, like physical means for your safety, emotional boundaries, boundaries with communication. I'm feeling a need for, you know, like being closed off with communication, or just only communicating what's necessary and what's fact in the situation. So yeah, I feel like this has been a really important time for you to focus on strategies of communication, strategies in maintaining boundaries, but still move forward and still, you know, still aiming for this beautiful life that you're wanting to create for yourself. Because essentially that's everything that it's always been about, for yourself and your loved ones. Okay, so when you break through your limits and these boundaries, when you break through this situation, what is possible for you? Okay, so we have the King of Swords coming out here. And I feel like this energy is really you've come through all the darkness and you're pushing through all the murkiness and all of the hard times, you know, like all of this hardship that has been thrown at you, and you've just had to face it and battle it. I see so much wisdom and strength coming that you have grown from going through all of these challenges. And yeah, I definitely see that you've grown as a person, and you've grown spiritually, you've grown emotionally, and you're just growing all the time, like tackling everything that life is throwing at you. Yeah, you're really gaining a lot of knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so we also have the King of Pentacles here. So yeah, I really feel like you're stepping into a really grounded place, and it's helping you become more logical and more practical. Yeah, I feel like you're able to really think things through a lot better now. Now that you're, you know, separated from this toxic energy, and you're able to ground yourself a lot easier. Yeah, and it's just helping you with your thought processes and like going through systematic things like paperwork, or step-by-step things that need to be done, like tasks that need to be checked off, even just day-to-day living, and you're able to focus on the outcomes and the future and the goals that you're trying to meet. You're able to see the future goals and how to, and you now align with and understand that what you're doing now is working towards those goals, because sometimes you doubt yourself or you question yourself about whether you're like doing things for the right reasons, or like if it's really the right thing that you're doing. But I feel like now that you're starting to get to know that yes, you are doing things for the right reasons, and everything that you're doing, is for a purpose of trying to make the best life for yourself and your loved ones. And you're able to, be proud of yourself for that and for what you're doing. Okay, and we also have the Three of Wands coming out here. So yeah, I feel like this is just being resourceful and reaching out and connecting with community groups, or government systems, or even just friends and family. It's just about reaching out and connecting with people and getting the help that you need, getting the support that you need, getting those people on board with you, backing you up, those people in the relevant areas with the right qualifications in the right job roles. Like they all have your back and they're all backing you up, and strengthening you. I almost feel like you have this big team behind you, like covering all your bases. So whatever it is that you're trying to tackle, I feel like you're not alone in it. And even though you may feel very alone at times, and you may feel like no one understands or has faced what you face, but there's definitely people out there that understand, and there's people out there that you don't have to convince or persuade what you've been through or what you're going through or how you feel. And they're already out there, and I feel like you've already got some of those people behind you, and fighting for you and fighting with you, and a part of the team that's going to help you with this challenge, conquer this challenge. Okay, so we've got here what obsessions or are holding us back, or what things are we focusing on that is proving to be toxic or not helpful for us. And I feel like getting stuck in the past or getting stuck in past memories has held you back, and it's holding on to what was before. And even if you have moved on from that, it's still holding on to that and feeling like you've lost what that was, or you'll never get that back, or you know, maybe there's a chance of getting back to that place again. So I feel like the advice here is to keep looking forward, and you know, not everything is lost just because, you know, things didn't work out in a certain way, or you know, things worked out differently. It doesn't mean that you still can't create this life for yourself and have everything that you're wanting and wishing for and hoping for. It'll be in a different way. It won't be the same, but that's okay. It's different. It just looks different, but that's okay. And I feel like just because it's different doesn't mean it's not right. And it definitely had to be this way. Like, this is the right way for it to play out. And you don't need to question that. You don't need to feel any kind of guilt or wanting to take things back, or rewind, or you know, replay the past, because if you would have had to let it go, or if things would have turned out that way, or keep going on that path, you know, it wouldn't have been right. And you know deep down that you couldn't have allowed things to go on like that, because it definitely wasn't right. Yeah, and I think if you let it play out that way, it would have just got worse and worse. So now that you've, you know, got things on the right path again, like, the only way is up from here. Like, it'll only get better from here now that you're on the right path, and you can still create all that beauty and joy and happiness that you've always been wishing for and hoping for and aiming for. It'll just be in a new way, and it'll be an even better way. Okay, so we also have the King of Wands coming out here. I feel like this is just a message about trusting your actions and making action, not waiting. Yeah, I think it's mostly about, you know, not letting fear hold you back, as it has in the past. And you know deep down when you're meant to act upon something, and it's not authentic to hold back from that. It'll serve you a lot better if you act upon it and trust in yourself and trust in your own abilities. And I think you're starting to step into that power now. Yeah, you've just opened up to facing your fears and looking them straight in the eye and knowing that you're strong enough to tackle them. So yeah, I just feel like it's going to be very important to stay in that energy and come back into that energy, and you will need to step into that energy. Okay, and we have the World coming out here as well, and I feel like there's a message here of, just taking things as they come. You are close to completion, you're at the end of the cycle, you're towards the end phase of this cycle, but there is time involved in this, and you just need to let it play out how it is meant to play out and give it the time that it needs. Yeah, I think you need to remove any attachment to like getting things over and done with, or rushing through things, or just wanting things to be over with, because it is very well and good to feel that way. It's okay to feel that way, but it's not helpful, or it's not conducive to any kind of actions that you'll be taking. Okay, the actions that you need to take are going to be calculated and well thought out, and not rushed, not coming from a frantic place. So you will definitely get to the end of this situation, this time period. But yeah, just give it some time and trust in divine timing. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups coming out here, and I feel like I feel like there's like a polar opposite going on here in our life, where we feel like there's a lot of demand and like things are coming at us all at once, and it's like a lot to take on, and then like things kind of dull down for a bit, like there's all this action and then it goes quiet, and it's in those moments where we get a bit restless. That's when we start asking like, oh, when is this, like when are we going to hear the next update, or like when is this news coming in, or when is this part going to be finished, when are we going to be moving on to the next part of this. So I feel like it's just taking it all as it comes. Yeah, and you're not always going to get a lot of quick answers or quick updates. It's just about taking it as it comes, and filling in those moments where it's a bit quieter with things that you enjoy and things to take your mind off it. Keeping yourself busy, keeping your hands busy, whether that's craft or puzzles, board games, whatever it may be, whatever hobbies that you want to pick up, and be creative. Music. Alright, so we also have the Knight of Cups coming through here. So I do feel like this is a big time of just learning and acting upon things from a grounded place. But sometimes it feels like you don't have all the knowledge or the experience, but you will learn as you go, and you will lean on people as you go with more knowledge than you, in what you're trying to understand or work through. So yeah, I really feel like this is taking action, even though you may not have it all figured out, and yeah, just learning as you go. And it's really going to help you level up as a person, emotionally, and with your emotional intelligence, and reflecting on your desires in life and what's really important to you. Yeah, and all of it, like everything behind what you're doing and what you're going through, will really start to hit home and shine through for you. Okay, and we have the Ten of Wands here. I'm feeling with this is just a reminder not to push yourself too much, and to take breaks when you need it. Yeah, I do feel that very busy energy of like things coming in very quickly, and like a lot of tasks needing to be tackled at once. But just give yourself grace and give yourself time, and work through it at your own pace. yeah, it won't do you any good to try and take on too much or keep loading up your responsibilities or chucking more on your plate, or trying to put like time restraints on it to get things done fast or quicker. Yeah, you really just need to work with what you've got and don't burn yourself out. Don't overexert yourself. I'm getting like a lot of physical exertion, even stress, like turning into like physical sickness. So it's really important to know when you're overdoing it and when to pull it back and what to do, like whether it's rest or, you know, giving yourself a break, a nature break, or, you know, making sure that you are actually eating well, things like that to look after yourself. Okay, and how is this experience going to help us find our joy and happiness? Okay. So, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like this whole experience, you're eventually going to get good rewards and good things coming to you. And I feel like because you're such a good person and you've always had the best intentions and you've always been coming from a good, well-meaning place, that is finally going to show, and you're going to be recognized for that, and it's going to pay off for you. Yeah, I really get the feeling that you're going to eventually, yeah, get that recognition or feeling that you've actually done the right thing and that you've been successful and that you've done good things for your life and the people around you. Okay, and we have the Seven of Pentacles here as well. So yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of patience and hard work is going to pay off here as well. So yeah, I'm feeling like an energy of in the future you're going to get good outcomes and you're going to look back on, you know, all the time and energy and probably heartache and long nights and sleepless nights that you put into this, and you know, that led up to all this, everything that you've waited for, and that, yeah, you've had a lot of patience and hard work and determination and dedication in this situation, and I feel like it's all going to pay off, and you're going to get to the point where you think you're actually glad that you stuck through it, and you're glad that you did the things that you did, because it's all worked out in the end. Yeah, and you'll thank the universe that it actually played out how it did. Okay. And we also have the King of Pentacles here. So yeah, I feel like this completion energy of getting to a good place, and you know, you've got everything sorted out again, things are working smoothly, you've got all your ducks in a row kind of thing. Yeah, everything's running again. Yeah, everything's like sort of working out and things are going back to a new kind of normal here. Yeah, and you sort of get that sense of like you did it and you're doing well and you've done good. Okay, so further advice here, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. I'm just feeling like holding on to like the exciting new things that have come into your life because of this. Like, I feel like you may have lost a lot, or things have changed in a lot of ways, but you have stepped into this new path and this new journey, and there are a lot of good things to come from this journey, and good feelings that you're feeling about yourself and your life, and this new direction you're on. So yeah, really just savoring those sweet moments, and those, you know, little things that bring you happiness in your world right now as well. And with the Five of Cups here, I do feel like, yeah, you have left a lot behind, or you have lost a lot to the past, or, you know, things, you know, you've given a lot of time of your life away to that area of your life in the past, but you've got so much to look forward to and to build on for the future. So I really feel like it's important to like really hold on to what you've got, and just nurturing that and watching that grow and how it will blossom and become so beautiful for you. Okay, so I've got some oracle cards here for you. We have Out of Bounds Moon, Boundaries. It's time to take full and honest inventory of your behavior in the recent past. Have you been going too far? Have you been acting out? Have you been allowing your emotions to get the better of you? If you know that you've been misbehaving emotionally, it's time to rein things in. Draw up some boundaries. As much as you might want to get your own way in the current situation, you also need to take other people into consideration. If someone has been overstepping boundaries with you, it's time for you to let them know, gently but firmly. There is magic in the air when this card appears, but you mustn't let emotions overwhelm you. You could be about to receive what feels like a miracle, but you need to behave in a way that is supportive of everybody involved. Spending time alone in meditation now will really help you understand what your best move is next. When emotions spiral, you can often chase away the very thing you want to attract. Okay, and you have here the Ancient Ones. The indigenous peoples of the world are those who have lived in harmony with the land for countless generations. Among them are the elders whose knowledge and wisdom can teach us of our relationship with nature, of living a life of empathetic awareness, and to better understand our role as caretakers of the earth. They can teach us the wisdom of taking only what we need, of wasting little, and of honoring all sacrifices made, so that you may live and grow. Hear the wisdom of the Ancient Ones, learn from their knowledge, law, and traditions. Okay. Got an owl in that card too. A lot of wisdom there. Okay, and you also have purification, cleanse and detoxify. You are encouraged to perform a life detox. Lovingly let go of anything or anyone no longer serving you. Spring clean your home, release bad habits, and adopt a healthier lifestyle to restore balance and well-being. Be like purification. Tend to your own self-care without apology. As with floating, it may be time for you to take some time off to reorganize your home, relax your mind, and restore your vitality. Taking a break can do you the world of good. Whether you go on a digital detox or overhaul your diet, you will benefit from a change in your usual routine to restore your equilibrium and boost your health. Okay, that is everything I have for you this week, Group 2. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Please let me know how it fit for you in the comments. I'd love to hear. And I look forward to reading for you again next time. Bye. Hello Group 3 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Malachites, then this is your reading. This one is all about healing emotional pain and personal growth as well. I said in Group 1 that actually all of these crystals today are green crystals and they're all associated with the heart chakra. So definitely I'm feeling a lot of heart-centered things coming up in these readings today. Okay, so we are working with the full moon in Scorpio energy at the moment. So these are things that we have dealt with in current times, recent past times, so things that we've been going through and working with recently. So let's see what comes out. Okay. So we have the Fool card coming out here, and yeah, I'm really feeling a new beginning occurring here in your life at the moment, and you're really needing to look at your life you know, as a good opportunity to create a new life for you that works for you and that, you know, serves you better than anything you had in the past. Yeah, and really looking at your life like every morning as you wake up as a new chance to make this new beautiful life for yourself. And I feel like at the moment you're really working through some of your own negative self-talk and your own limitations that are coming in. Yeah, and it's trying to balance what restrictions are being placed upon you by other people, and working out what are limitations that are actually being put on by yourself. Okay. And I feel like at the moment certain things are coming to light that you are actually thinking that it's a limitation put on you from external sources, from other people. But you're realizing that, you know, you have the power and you have the control with this and with this situation to actually take away some of those thought patterns and those ideas that you have been holding on to, because you can actually break through them and break free from those old ways of thinking, to create this new and better life for yourself that you're looking towards here and that you're wanting for yourself here. Okay, so when you break through your limits, what is possible? Okay, so I feel like it's really important for you at the moment to reach out to other people and see who is out there to support you. I feel like you definitely have people around you. So whether you are connecting out with them enough or not, it may very be, for some people, have a really strong group of friends around them, you know, some very close people that they are leaning on at this time. But it may also be a message for some of you to connect in with some of those friendships that you may not have reached out to for a while, because those connections can really be helpful and comforting to you at this time. And I'm feeling like just connecting in with people who get you. So whether that's community groups, you know, finding a community with the similar interests or hobbies same as you, connecting in with them will be really helpful for you at this time, and just lifting up your spirits and just filling your cup with things that you enjoy. I also see just connecting with people around you for support and encouragement, and creating a network of people that have your back. Okay. So we also have the Nine of Swords coming through here. So I'm feeling like your own anxieties and worries are holding you back here, and limiting you from expanding and moving forward. And I'm hearing that there are a lot of stresses and worries and things that you are anxious about, that you are thinking about so much, but you're getting caught up in the details. And if you start making actions towards some of this stuff, it will be a lot better for you. I feel like you're spending too much time worrying and stressing about it in your head, rather than just acting and doing things and putting things into action. I feel like maybe there's some sort of avoidance there, with getting carried away with your thoughts, and it's a subconscious way of avoiding the things that you need to face, or the things that you know you need to tackle and take action upon. Okay, so what things in your life are going to prove toxic for you? What things are you focusing on that is not helping you? Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. And I feel like this is, yeah, a bit of that same Nine of Swords energy actually. Is like avoiding putting in the work, avoiding taking that action. Yeah, because you have the desire, you know, you have the thought process, you want things to work out, and you have all these ideas about things that you want for your life, but you're not actively, yeah, the actions that you're taking are not actively proving that you're wanting to make it happen. Yeah, there's a bit of a misalignment there of your ideals and what you're actually putting into it. And we've got the Tower here as well. And I definitely feel like your world has been completely shaken up and you've been knocked around, and I still feel like you're dealing with the damage from the blow. Like you've had this humongous hit, and it's like I'm just getting an image of like a ship like crashing into an iceberg or something, and it's just been this massive hit and you've taken a tumble. And you know, when you've come out the other side, you're now trying to piece things back together, and you're trying to put this puzzle back together the way it was. But it's not the way it was anymore. And I think that's where you're struggling, is like trying to put everything back together the way you envision it. But you're not actually in alignment yet. You haven't quite caught up with what you actually need to do here in this lifetime, in this current phase of your life. You know that you're stepping into a new phase of your life. But you're still a bit shaken up. I think it's kind of like aftershock, like if you went through an earthquake and then like weeks afterwards you still feel that earthquake, and you still feel like you're in the aftermath of that earthquake. Yeah, so I feel like it's really taking your body a little bit to catch up with your mind a little bit to catch up with your body. Like you're still very much in your body and in that like sort of trauma response of like holding it all inside, and you haven't quite let it out yet. And yeah, that's where I'm feeling like you really need to let it out and move through it in order to like make decisions and think clearly, and you know, not let all of this stress and anxiety keep pulling you back down. And I really think that's a lot to do with leaving the past in the past and realizing that you've got to create this new future for yourself, and that it looks completely differently now, and it's a completely different puzzle piece actually. But that's okay. You can't continue to keep working on that old puzzle. You've got to work on it in a new way. You've got to think about it in a new way. You've got to come at it from a new angle. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of growth here, and it's all about stepping into your personal power and into this new strength that you're finding. Yeah. Okay, so what might we be getting caught up with that is taking away? Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords here. So I feel like this is like we're holding on to the past still, and that is stopping us from moving forward into the future. So yeah, it's really stopping us from working on this life that we're trying to create here and now. Okay, and we have the Lovers coming out here. I really feel like the focus here is really on loving yourself and creating that life for yourself that you know you deserve. You really want this life for yourself. And I don't know if you truly believe that you deserve it. I think there's still an element of holding, like making yourself feel guilty, holding yourself accountable for being the reason that things didn't work out. But it's definitely not the case. And it's not too late. It's not too late to give yourself the life that you desire and the life that is meant to be for you. Okay, and we have the Eight of Swords here as well. So yeah, there's definitely this holding yourself back energy here. Alright, so yeah, the things that you're stopping yourself from doing, you need to stop avoiding that, because the longer you do that, the less you're really living in this moment. And yeah, you're keeping yourself stuck in this self-imposed prison. Yeah, you've really got to shift your focus here, and take your power back. And I feel like the key is really focusing on things that you can control. So a lot of the times when we're trying to focus on things that we can control, especially in certain situations that we have little control over because they are to do with other people, it's really focusing on our own roles in the situation, and really focusing on, you know, our energy and what we put into it, and how that's going to pay off and come back to serve us well. Yeah, I'm feeling like there is an element of, you know, the reason why you're holding yourself back is because you don't actually believe in yourself, or you don't feel like you have what it takes. Yeah, you don't feel like you can do it on your own, or you don't feel like you measure up, yeah, or are good enough. But that's definitely not the case. Okay, so how is this experience, how are you going to find your joy here? Alright, we have the Eight of Cups coming through. So I'm really feeling like it's a time to step into this new chapter of your life and step into your power and really just embrace it. Embrace this new journey and this new life that you get to create for yourself, and this new person that you get to become. Like, imagine loving yourself so much that like you're excited if you ever met someone that they get to, you know, be connected with you. Like, that's amazing. Yeah, and I feel like you really just need to step into, you know, being the queen of your own life and standing in your power and taking the reins of your own life, and that you have all the power in creating where your life is going and the direction that it's going. It's really all in your hands. When you take your power back and you control everything that you can in your life to create happiness for yourself. Give a lot of your control over to the universe, and, you know, just trust in divine will and, you know, the power of the universe and the power that it has for you to create things that are for your highest good. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands coming out here as well. And I feel like this is just a message to, just put yourself out there and really step into it and just surprise yourself. Like, even if your way to step into this is by, you know, imagining when you put your shoes on that morning, you're stepping into this role, and like when you wear these shoes, you become this strong character that you aspire to be. And, you know, when you walk in those shoes, you embody this powerful, strong, confident person that you are manifesting, and you are, showing up for yourself. So yeah, I'm just feeling like a message of just do it and just rock it and just show up for it. Put all your energy into it, and you'll just surprise yourself. And, you know, later that day you'll look back at what you did and be like, wow, look at that girl go. Like, look at me go. And you have the Queen of Cups here as well. So I really feel like this is a time here for a lot of soul searching, a lot of feeling into your emotions, honoring how you feel and honoring yourself, and really finding ways to look after yourself and make yourself feel good and make yourself feel happy. I'm getting a sense of, you know, like in the past certain people haven't filled your cup. They haven't lived up to what you needed from them in a relationship. So now is the time to really honor that for yourself and fill your own cup, and give yourself those things that fulfill you and make you happy, and bring in as much happiness into your life that you can, because you're worth it and you deserve it. And that's also how you show that you really care for yourself, and that's how self-love really shines through, when you really take care of yourself. Okay. So, is there any further guidance here? So we have the King of Wands here. So yeah, I really feel like this is just about harnessing your inner light and just rocking it, and letting yourself shine. And I feel like you're going to get the attention of your friends and those people around you, and they're just gonna look at you and go, wow, she's doing it, like, yes, so good for her, like, we wanted this for you so much, and you're finally stepping into that. Okay, and you have the 8 of Wands here as well. So yeah, I feel like you're going to get to a point in this, I feel, in the future, where yeah, you're just going to get this light inside of you, like you're going to get a taste for how good it feels to step into your authentic self, into your true self, into your power, yeah, and find that courage. And yeah, you're just going to be this amazing, brave warrior, and people are just going to be blown away. You probably can't even fathom right now the shockwaves that you're going to make, and this person that you're going to be. You're just going to, yeah, be so strong and just be glowing. Okay, so let's get into some oracles. Okay, so we have the moon's reflection, accept responsibility. As you move along the spiritual path, it becomes more and more important to accept responsibility for your own actions. The situation you find yourself in now is a reflection of either your current beliefs or your past behaviors. This card isn't meant to make you feel discouraged or guilty. Rather, it's meant to encourage you to ask, why did I create this situation? What about this situation is helping me? Once you find the courage to answer these questions, you'll start to see what you have more power than you ever knew. That you have more power than you ever knew. We're all creating our lives 24/7, and while you may not like the idea that everything happens for a reason, it really is possible to find a reason for nearly everything that happens. Try to see your current dilemma with that perspective. It'll show you why it's happening for you. If someone is bothering you now, realize that they're a mirror for you. Realize that your inner life is reflected in your outer life, and you're on your way to self-mastery. Okay. We have make the sacrifice. You will not achieve the outcome you desire if you are unwilling to act upon your intentions. It is not as simple as wanting something to happen or believing that it will happen. You have to make it happen. And to make it happen requires that you be willing and ready to do whatever is necessary, no matter the sacrifice. For everything you desire, you must give of yourself in return. Okay. And we have fluids, the Holy Grail. As a result of your spiritual evolution, you may be experiencing unusual physical changes, such as increased sensitivity as your body begins to hold more light. You may wish to alter your diet or take up a different form of exercise to honor these changes. Be like the fluids. Treat your physical body in the same way you would treat a newborn baby, with absolute love and tender care. No matter what age or size you are, let go of any negative judgments about your body and see it as the holy vessel of the divine that it is. The more you honor your body, the happier and healthier you will feel. Every day, breathe light into your body and give it the gift of nourishment from the living waters of life. Your body links to heaven. Your body links heaven to earth. Okay, that is everything I have for you this week, Group 3. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Please let me know in the comments how this has fit for you. I'd love to know. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Bye.